Is to be joined live on the programme now by Bisan Odeh. She's a Palestinian content producer currently in the north of Gaza. Thanks for talking to us today, Bisan.
Hi, you're welcome. Thanks for reaching me, and thanks for spreading the word also every time.
Yes, because I understand there's been another heavy night of bombardments where you are in the north of Gaza. So just tell us, first of all, how you are and what's been happening around you.
So I'm okay until now, still alive. And surprisingly, after spending 14 days under this bombing, I'm alive. Our nights and our days are really hard because there's bombing everywhere. There's bombing for homes over the heads of their people. I'm in a shelter that is not designed to be a shelter. It's like a hospital. It's the hospital, so that makes everything worse. There's no water and food and hygiene and dignity kits, and all these things. So there are like two factors to make you terrified, to make you very angry, which is you lose your home, you're afraid to lose your life, you're out of your home, and everywhere else there's bombing and more massacres happen, more and more people like evacuating their homes or even killed during being in the homes.
And Bisan, I know that you're in the north of Gaza. That is an area that, as we've been reporting here, the Israeli army had demanded Palestinians leave, demanded they go further south. Explain to us why you've decided to stay in the north of Gaza.
Okay, so actually I and my family have two reasons. The first reason is that I don't want to repeat the Nakba. I mean, what happened in 1948, people are regretting getting out of their homes and prefer to still alive than die and being killed by the Israeli back to their time. So they ran away. They decided to live rather to die in their homes. And after 75 years, they could not return to their homes until now. They have legal right to return to their homeland and to their houses that most of them are still in what they call Israel state now. So I don't want to repeat the same thing, me and my family, and then spending the next 70 years waiting to come back to our homes in Gaza Strip. Aslan, my family are refugees, so they will become refugees twice. Why? It's not legal. This is not laws. This is not the human rights declaration. This is nothing. I can't just evacuate my home when someone tells me evacuate your home. So this is the first reason.
Yeah.
The second.
Go ahead, Bisan.
The second reason is that even if I'm going to the south, do you think in the south there's shelters? It's safe? No. Yesterday, a school, an UNRWA school inside a refugee camp, Brage refugee camp, was bombed. So they are telling people that they must go to the south, like Brage refugee camp, for example, and go to the shelters, like this school, and it was bombed. By the way, this night, a whole residential square in Khan Yunis was to the ground, was bombed to the ground, and people are still killed and injuries under the rubble.
Bisan, I want to ask you about your situation right now, if I may. I understand you're in Gaza City. You mentioned that you've been going to a shelter, but that's not a proper shelter. Can I ask you, amid this week of bombardments, is there anywhere for you right now where you feel safe?
No, I don't feel safe. This night, there was bombing in Rimal again. By the way, Shifa is in the middle, in Rimal neighborhood.
You're talking about the hospital?
Bombing. Yes, the bombing is around the hospital. The day before yesterday, there was bombing in a place like behind the hospital, sharing the same wall with the hospital. And we all heard the sound and saw the smoke and everything. But tonight, there was bombing in Rimal neighborhood again, in Tal Hawa. And by the way, near to the hospital, there was like a friend of my family, I was with them inside the hospital now and listening to their story. They evacuated their home 10 days ago to Khan Yunis. Then they get back to their home tonight because their area did not have not been bombed, and they did not have any space in the south. So this night, a carpet bombing around their home. Then my friend, her husband, her son, and her daughter were killed. The home was bombed, and she was calling her sister under the rubble to come and rescue her. Her sister started calling the firemen. They told her, wallahi, literally, they told her, we cannot enter this area now to rescue anyone because the Israeli army will bomb us. We need to coordinate with them to enter there. It's near to the hospital. It's in the same neighborhood to the hospital. So there's no a place is safe inside Gaza.
Bisan, your story is really important. I just want to ask you one final question, and briefly, if you can. It's rare to hear voices like yours coming out of Gaza City at the moment. We've been reporting that there's a shortage of food, a shortage of clean water, a shortage of power. For you, when the bombs aren't landing on your area, what is your daily life like? How are you passing your time?
Okay, so today morning, my sisters were killing and making it as a joke, but it's actually very. I mean, it's a black comedy. They were talking about if we can still our time, because it's not going on. I mean, the time is stopped. We are waiting for nothing. We are waiting either to die or to the war to complete. We don't have hope that the war will end, so we're just waiting in tents. In some tents, in a hospital, sharing the same bathrooms, the same water, the same food with 100,000 person. Time is not running. We don't have anything to spend. For Bisan, I'm just roaming inside the hospital and making videos about people's stories and what are we suffering and how it's going on with us. And I'm not pretty sure that tomorrow or after tomorrow I will be alive. I'm now recording everything and trying to make our voice heard, because I'm not sure tomorrow my voice will be heard.
Bisan, I'm really pleased we were able to talk to you today. I want to thank you very much indeed for sharing your time and your story at such a difficult moment. Bisan Odeh.